Hi, everyone. Susie in Canada here. And thanks for tuning in, first of all. And secondly, part of why I'm doing this is I did a big write up that I was going to put on Facebook, but apparently I'm shut out of Facebook. They say that I need extra security because I'm becoming a little too popular or something. I'm like, really? Like, people have 3 million friggin' followers. I have like, whatever, 50 or something, 500, whatever, right? So I don't know. So I wrote it, I couldn't post it, so here we are. I thought I'll do a video of it. So I'm not really good at reading, so hang in there with me, right? Day 1 of writing some of this down, day 65 of the Trump second administration. A recap to bring us to today would be fascinatingly absurd. You may begin to think I was an imaginative playwright, writing a comedy of errors or a dark, humored idea of America. A satire of sorts, playing off of every wartime, sport, artistic venture movie in which the US of A saves the day. No disrespect to my friends in USA, but we all know that happens in every movie. The difference here is the satire would be played out in the debacle that has occurred in that country since the first Trump administration in 2017. Now, Wikipedia tells me and clearly states that Trump was the 45th president and he was the first to take office without any prior public office and wait for it. And you're going to hear that a few more times. And I don't even like that expression, but wait for it, any military background. Stop right there. I gotta know right now. Do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? I know, right? Stop right there. That's what's going through most of our minds. How did it happen? How did a clinically named as a true narcissist by many, but not just by many, but also by the man who actually wrote the book on psychiatry and included narcissism as a diagnosis? That guy says, yeah, he's definitely a narcissist. But that we should not underestimate his cunning nature. Anyway, I digress. But just for further reference on who Trump is, that he was mentored by Ro Cohn. And Ro Cohn was disbarred, a big lawyer in New York in the 50s and 60s, and he was disbarred. Why? Because he was trying to get his dying client to sign a will to give over his fortune, right? Yeah. So shall we recap here? A narcissist that was groomed many years ago by a man who was disbarred for trying to steal a shitload of money from his dying client. And so then I asked, would anyone like some fries with that combo? Anyway, this perhaps brings us to today, or even the 64th day or the 63rd day, a few days after the group chat in which all the high-ranking military defense individuals included, assumingly, mistakenly, the editor-in-chief, what's his name? Jeff Goldberg, of The Atlantic, on a group chat. And I say it again, wait for it. And I'm going to say, by the way, we may see the arise of, wait for it, several times in this ongoing chat that we are having to signify the part in which you will be so negatively astonished by what is real, right, correct, and true that you are, as already established, just in case you're wondering, not, in fact, reading a satirical playwright's writing for Muse. Let that sink in. But anyway, back to in which the war plans were shared and discussed, not just shared and discussed, but for me, when I look at the text, in gory detail. And then I say as a sidebar, I know cruel things have to happen, and perhaps justifiably so, in the big world of military defense that I know nothing of. But do we need to use emojis like fists and fire and the United States flag and celebrate the killing of other human beings? I don't know, do we? Just asking that for the record. But anyway, as we have all been fed, they weren't war plans, and none of it was classified. So then again, that brought to me the band Classified from the Canadian Maritimes. I know where I'm from, and I told you before, North America, hard to ignore. Every time I go away, I tell them for sure, I'm from Canada. Oh, Canada. Anyway, that's a great song. That's a great song. But yeah, back to classified. If those texts aren't classified and Trump reissuing the JFK and the RFK assassinations to be unclassified, and I'm just wondering, do you think he knew that they had already been released when he did that, like in 2017 during his first administration? But okay, whatever. He says, yeah, I want to release them, but then he wands his big wand and he says, nothing detected, all of it to be included. Well, here's the thing. They did that. And the only thing that was detected was the social insurance numbers of the lawyers and high officials involved over the years, just quietly doing their duty. But oh well, Trump said the next day that all 400 of them could just be issued new ones, since, wait for it, since their original ones from birth that had almost everything important they've ever done in their career and otherwise, and mortgages and whatever the hell else, right? Medical, that everything that was attached to it, that they could just get new ones to replace it. I just think how kind of him, right? And I kind of liken that, because I lose a lot of things, to losing your grandma's heirloom ring and then someone saying, that's okay, Susie, here's a new one. Yeah, okay, thank you. Well, not only was the information not classified and is shown to have celebratory, the information on the text, the chat, not only was it said to be not classified, and it was shown to have celebratory emojis all around killing other people, required for safety, and not only, balloons and a dance and everything about killing other human beings, which makes me really wonder, if not for a million other things and lies and stuff, J.D. Vance, like, what kind of character is that guy that he celebrates such things? Okay, anyway, if you've read Jane Fonda's book, my goodness, Nixon really celebrated with the Vietnams getting like kill them, bomb them. Anyway, I don't get it. My dad was a sniper and he had to do really cruel things, but his heart hurt his entire life for it. There was no fucking emojis, excuse my language. Anyway, I don't know. I wonder what kind of emojis they're going to put around when they kill me for speaking and writing. There probably would be just like little emojis, because I only have a little profile. I'm just like, such a low profile. Anyway, and what about the second lady? I think her name is Usha, who Trump couldn't remember her name for about 20 seconds himself on national television. He never did retrieve it. I thought he'd just say, hey, you second to none lady. What about you? Yeah. And I just thought, like, what about all of them and J.D. Vance saying, oh, I just couldn't see my wife go by herself to Greenland. Such a beautiful area. Just have to go see it. So he goes with her. They weren't even invited. Anyway, Greenland, you know this. That's damn scary, and we stand beside you, and we stand behind you, and we stand next to you. But then I wrote, no, literally, we mean that. We stand behind you. Because here, as Canadians, we're right after you. We are next in line, right? They are after our ass, because we got a really nice one, and so do you, Greenland. My goodness. But we also know their Achilles tendon, and their Achilles tendon is their ego. And I figure, I don't know about the people of Greenland, but I know about the people of Canada, and we have got one damn sharp, good, witty sense of humor. And we's going to have fun with their ego, right? And although we're really kind to strangers, we chirp each other left, right, and center. Brother, sister, friend, aunt, 90-year-old, you are not exempt from the razzing and chirping of those that love you. And why would that be? because it builds strength and it builds character and it keeps your feet on the ground and it keeps you less. We should grow an ego, right? Anyway, that's all she wrote for today, folks. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging in with me. Thanks for listening to me, and thanks for your attention. It's the most generous thing you can give anybody. And if this brought you any joy, any humor, any relief, any interest, go ahead and share it with someone you love. Cheers. Thanks.